Okay, this will be.
Hi, Ben.
I won't put your face on there. But everything in here will show you that the city it's totally fabricated that they own any property in the subdivision. This is exactly what happened. If you want to go back in your office, I'll review everything, I'll go over everything, I'll show you videos, audio conversations, the whole 9 yards. I am not taking no for an answer. This is getting handled today, okay? I have a certain time frame to be able to do certain things in this right now, and they're not going to hinder me from holding these people accountable, okay?
Okay.
If you think it's about money, just hear me out.
Okay.
I'm not being a jerk, but you work for me, and I would appreciate it very much if you'd listen to this.
All right.
And I want charges filed today against these people. And I want it proven today that this conviction is false. Okay? Collette oldmixson sent me a letter stating on February of 2018 that a gate I installed in 14 was on city property.
Yes, sir.
I called her up. She's insisting that it's on city property. I went to the trial after all this crap, after Stienkamp come down there and arrested me. You'll watch the video. There's no disorderly conduct. There's no disturbing of any peace. Officer Stienkamp is trespassing on my property because he was called down there on a vandalism and told to leave the property several times. You see him on the video stalking me, threatening me, and everything else. And when I asked him to leave several times, he told me we can be wherever the hell we want to be. Okay? That's police intimidation, being on my property when he's told to leave. Okay? He says in his statements, which I have right here, sworn statements, which are absolutely false. He filed false information to get these warrants. Okay? They run it through a trial. Clayton Cranford kicks everything out. Okay? He said he wanted to throw me in jail for 3 years, $1,500 worth of fines, blah, 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 blah. Going to remand me that night. I'm in trial. Nobody else is there in the courtroom except for me and the court people and the cops. Tynes was there. Christina that just quit here was here.
Right.
And Missy, the old court clerk, was here. If you get these people together, I'm sure they'll all corroborate my story. Clayton Cranford wanted my evidence suppressed when I first got in there. Breland says, I said, no, you can't have it suppressed because you didn't ask for discovery like I did. You have no legal grounds to have my evidence suppressed. Cool. Rolling on. They do their witness testimony and that. Stienkamp gets on the stand because, and I'm going to say what I said. I said, fuck you and fuck the city. He said that was a sexual advance towards him and that offended him is how they got the disorderly, okay? Which is nowhere where in the world close to anything related with disorderly conduct. I'm sure you understand it. I'll show you the whole ABC 1, 2, 3 for that. No disturbing of the peace because we're on private property, right?
All right.
Stienkamp arrested me because he was butthurt the way I treated him when he walked onto my property. I told him to stay the hell off of my property. Don't ever come down here and touch another damn thing again because him and Sam Hall were down there the morning of the 21st. After I was at the board meeting, they said I could put up a fence. They wouldn't listen to nothing I had to say in any of my documentation. I'm a poor person. I don't have money to go out and buy a lawyer to show them that they're wrong, right?
Right.
So I'm got all these documents, filed them all with the city, filed them all with the court and everything else. During the trial, I was not allowed to submit any evidence. James Breland ignored every attempt. Clayton Cranford ends the trial when I'm on the witness stand, testifying on my own behalf. I wasn't on the witness stand 5 minutes. That's another illegal action. Prosecution cannot end the trial in favor of the plaintiff. Okay? That's another thing that throws the case out. I filed motions after the judgment, which is legal to do.
All right.
Right up here, got video evidence of me doing it in time and everything else. Clayton Cranford, I had Christina on video saying that there's an October 22nd motion hearing. I send all the information, which I have copies, it's all documented and sent in here and everything is stamped, that I refuse to go in and hear a verbal argument on this, that I will record everything that happens due to and it's all documented 10 days after the trial what happened. The same exact things I'm telling you right now. The motions stand. I go in, they swear out warrants in December. I went to the October 22nd motion hearing. Nobody called me up front. My name wasn't on the docket. So that's an automatic granting of the motion. Clayton Cranford didn't choose to dispute the motion. He can't dispute the motion. I sent in all the evidence to prove that this is private property down here in this subdivision. As soon as you get off of Michigan and Route 11, it's all private property.
All right.
Okay? None of that evidence was allowed to be submitted. I started reading it. I'm on the witness stand. I answered one question from Kevin Roberts, which is another joke. And he told me that I could start reading I start reading it. I look at, here, can I submit this, Your Honor? They'll look at me like I stepped off a spaceship, okay? Won't accept it. So I start reading it. I pull out a video of the chief, which shows that even though I was not ordered to, like they say, I took the gate off the hinges and put it up in the side yard near my mailbox. You can ask Jane O'Neill, because she come down there the 21st after Stienkamp left. She called the chief. Why Stienkamp was there? Because I was on the phone with her when Stienkamp showed up.
Right.
She goes, who is that? Because he's acting aggressive, yada, yada, yada. I said, tell her your name, Stienkamp. She says, you can hear it right on the phone, man, over his body cam. You got to understand my frustration and anger right now.
I can understand.
It's not with you, personally.
Right.
So you hear Jane O'Neill on the phone, tell him to get the hell out of there right now. So he starts acting up. So I said, look, I got to start recording this guy, man. She goes, yep. She says, I'm going to call the chief. She hangs up, calls the chief shows up. Now, she called the chief, and I got audio recording of every phone conversation we've had, text messages,
right,
everything else with Jane O'Neill, okay? All documented. Not something, you don't have to believe what I'm telling you. I will show you proof positive. Chief shows up. Chief, why the hell are you down here tearing down my stuff, man? Stienkamp and Sam Hall. Oh, the city ordered us to. No, you were at the meeting last night, man. You know that they said I could put up a fence, man. Nobody has no goddamn pictures or anything of me blocking no fucking road or anything else, okay? Right. And they railroaded me through this trial and everything else, and it's illegal. And I want these people held responsible. And this conviction needs to be overturned. I sent in the motions. I have it recorded on this damn thing right here that the court turns the case back over to the City Board of Aldermen for a decision on the motions, whether they want to continue to proceed or not prosecuting me. I go the next day. I went to court Monday with Joe Stewart, handed these dirty bastards warrants of the federal crimes that they committed against me during the trial. Okay, with Joe Stewart standing right behind me. Then the court girl tells me that the case has remained open, sent back to the Board of Aldermen for a decision on how to proceed on the motions. I go to the meeting, I go to court Monday, I go to the meeting Tuesday, the same week. I go in there and I record them saying that they do not own this property. They do not own anything down in that subdivision. Now, the city can't have it both ways, okay? They can't argue and say that they own this property February of 2018, and then in March of 2019 demand that they don't own it, okay? This conviction is wrong. They failed to dispute the motion. The motion stands as truth in the case. I told that to the court. I was under the assumption that this was already all turned around and everything, and that the case was dismissed in my favor already. That's what the motions stand for. That's why the court person told me it was being remanded back to the Board of Aldermen for a decision on how they wish to proceed. Okay. They refused to proceed. The motion stands as truth. The only reason I filed a complaint and claim before the trial. Now, they're attorneys, okay? City Attorney Clayton, or Collette oldmixson, and City Attorney Manya Creel Bryant, which is the mayor's cousin, they all know, okay, that I can't file a suit if they're holding the conviction. Okay.
Now, don't you currently have a suit filed with the...
No, I don't. Everything is dropped already. There's nothing in court, so nobody can use that excuse no more. Okay. You want to see the letter? It's dismissed. It's out. Right now, I'm clearing my fucking name, period. If you don't like the language, I'm sorry. Okay. But today, my name gets cleared, and this conviction gets overturned right now.
Well, I don't believe that the city court has the authority to overturn the conviction. You would have to take it to circuit court and try to have it overturned there. That's the next higher court.
No, it's not the next higher. It's not the next step. The next step is these people filed false claims against me. Okay? I want them arrested. No, it held in conviction. I want Stienkamp arrested. I want Collette oldmixson arrested today. I want charges filed right now. Well, I want the Board of Aldermen arrested. I'm going up to the next meeting, and I'm going to ask you to help me, citizens, arrest every one of them dirty bastards. You don't want to do it? I'll bring people with me. I'm not putting up with this anymore, Chief, okay? I've talked, I've been nice, I've bent over backwards for everybody around here. I know you're new to this. Call Joe up here. Talk to him about it. He knows what the hell is going on. Look at my evidence. Look at my proof, okay? This is what it takes to file charges against people. I want charges filed today. I want Collette oldmixson arrested today. I want Stienkamp arrested today. And I want the mayor and every damn one of the people on the Board of Aldermen arrested. Okay? You look at Margaret Smith's resignation letter, and it'll tell you exactly what's been going on in the Board of Aldermen around here, okay? She quit 2 weeks after they started in on me because we talked, and she knew that the city was liable. Kevin Tillman walked out and told me out front that the city was wrong and should have never been on my property in the first place, and denies it in the board meeting. I got everything recorded. These charges, get some paper. I want charges filed today.
All right. Well, I will give you a statement form that you can fill out.
I want you to fill it out for me.
As you can see, the city court is no longer up here.
Well, Breland quit, okay? He resigned.
Right.
I went down to his house and told him off, okay?
Right.
I drove right up into his driveway and told him he's a bullshit liar, a piece of shit, okay, for doing this stuff. That's the only reason why they did it is to hold me so I can't sue them, and they know they're wrong.
Right.
I killed my lawsuit. It's dead. There's nothing in court no more, okay?
Okay. What about your federal lawsuit?
It's done. You want me to show you the papers? It's
No,
been fucking dismissed, okay? They threw it out.
All right. Well,
Okay.
and like I said,
Why did they throw it out? Over Heck versus Humphrey, which is a doctrine that says I can't sue if there's a conviction.
Okay.
If the outcome of the lawsuit invalidates the conviction, I can't sue because of some asshole that murdered his wife back in '94
Right.
and filed a civil rights lawsuit while he was appealing his murder trial.
Okay.
Which is another crazy thing in the doctrine of the city or the Supreme Court made up, which contradicts the Constitution saying that anybody that infringes on my rights is liable, just like you, just like anybody. Chief Don Raby's responsible for this crap because they're all stuck in it together. It's all treason. Y'all didn't stand up and say, look, this is wrong. That's illegal for you to do, to not stand up and say that this is wrong. Okay? To see this stuff going on and to not stand up and to do something about it, that is illegal and wrong for all of you to do.
Okay.
And I'm demanding right now, I'm not going to listen to this, that, and the other. I'm not filling out nothing. If you want to go back into your office, you can sit at your typewriter and type this up. But
Well, you would need to type up what you.
No, I
consider
don't
be
need to
the-
type that up, sir. I'm not being rude to you, but Danny sat right here, and I'll show you the video recording where he said I could have shot the fucking mayor for being on my property and sat there like a true gentleman and filled out the forms. After what I said, he wrote it down. I review it, I sign it, okay? I'm not going to write it in my handwriting or take it home and type it in my handwriting or anything else. I would rather it be written in your handwriting by a law enforcement official in the city of Poplarville so there's no question about what was written, said, or done, okay? I'm
Now,
not
if I
being rude.
understand you correctly, you've already done this once before where you.
I filed trespass charges against the mayor, which it's recorded right on here. Danny said it shouldn't have gone in front of Breland. It went in front of Breland and got kicked because they said I got a conviction and it's public property. Well, I got news for you. I sent my notice to the city October 25th that my gate was going back up, and I dare you to come down there and fuck with me over it, okay?
Okay.
Documented, stamped. Gate's been back up since October 22nd of 2019. I had filed charges on the mayor a long time after October because I went up there and the only way I can show it is to trick them into saying that they don't own it. Trick them into telling the truth.
Okay, but before I can apply an affidavit for you to get your warrant, I again need a statement from you.
Yeah. Get it and fill it out, listen to me and write it down. That's what I'm asking you to do. That's not being rude, but that's your job.
Can I ask why you don't want to write it yourself?
Because you can't read my handwriting, and I'm
you can type it in a
I'm
text.
obligating you as a public servant to please do this. I know it's probably burning your butt saying that, a civilian, you work for us, but I'm sorry, I'm not being rude to you. If you'd like, we can sit back in your office, you can type it instead of handwrite it. If that's easier for you. Okay, this thing seems to be recording now, so I guess I can kill my phone.
All right, you got your driver's license with you?
What do I need my driver's license for?
So I can fill out the top half of the statement for
I
you.
didn't do it before, but what is
I
it?
mean, you can fill it out yourself. It's just
Statement, name, social security. Danny never put none of that shit down. Just put my name, address.
okay. What is your address now?
614 West Scott Street, which doesn't even exist on this planet. It's a fictitious address. That thing seems to be